Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trails in the Sky. For today, we're gonna enter the guild and look on the board what first jobs are available to us. Cause Cassius, when he left on his trip, left a few jobs for us to do, so let's see what it is. Oh, good morning Estelle and Joshua. Has your father already left? Yep, just barely. That's why we came here to find out about the jobs he left us. Sure, there are a total of 3 jobs I have lined up for you. For the first one, I'd like you to head out to the farm west of here. The farm west of here? Isn't that where TLoH lives? TLoH? Oh, I seem to have heard that name somewhere before. Oh, Perzel. She was one of our classmates at Sunday school. She also the Perzel farm's owner's daughter. Oh, really? It's actually the Perzel farm that puts in a request to have someone exterminate some monsters. Are they really having problems like that? Fortunately, nobody has been hurt, but the owner and his family are upset over their fields being destroyed by the creatures. Therefore, the guild received an extermination request. I never would have expected something like that to happen. Okay, we'll head out there right now. Here, take this with you. Guild Referral. This document certifies that you were dispatched by the guild. Please, give it to the owner of the farm. We already know Theo's father pretty well, so I don't think this is necessary, but we'll take it just in case. And together are 2 other jobs. Or are these like jobs separate to the 3 she wants us to do? I guess it is. I'd like someone to find my shiny rock. Please speak to me directly. I think I might have dropped it behind the Melder's Orbal factory. Okay. We know what it is. It's the guy behind the item store. A ferocious monster known as Pine Plant has been spotted roving the village main road. Raiders from this branch are requested to deal with this threat immediately. And it says term long. I'm gonna assume it's basically the same as with easy games. If it's short, you want to do it straight away. When it's long, you have a little bit of time in order to do it, like 1 or 2 progression moments. Alright. And this is the Brazier Guild, okay. The first job, yes. Okay, so she isn't giving us any extra information, so I'm gonna assume that the monster extermination quests are like just open all the time. If we go to the location it's mentioned, then we'll come across it, and if we defeat it, we gotta go back and report on it. Okay. Okay, before we head over to the farm, I wanna see Charles and talk about his little pet rock. This is really weird. Where could it have gone? Oh, excuse me, but can I ask you something? You didn't see a shiny rock around here anywhere, did you? A shiny rock? Yeah, that's right. One that sparkles. You didn't see a rock like that lying around anywhere, did you? Are you saying you lost something? I don't recall seeing anything like that. Do you know where you might have dropped it? My mom was calling for me, so I ran over to the general goods store where she was. I know I had it in my hand at the time, but when I came back here, it was gone. So when you say general goods store, you mean Mr. Rion's store, right? Did you look in front of his store? Obviously, that's the first place I looked. You don't need to treat me like a kid, you know. My, aren't you a charmer? Well, I already asked the Brazier Guild to help find it, so I'm sure it'll show up sooner or later. If you do happen to come across it, give me a holler straight away. I'll probably be around. Okay, so he lost it in the general store, so somewhere around this area, right? Well, then if he looked at him himself, so it has to be around one of these stalls on the front, isn't it? Ah, there it is. What's the matter? I wonder what that is. There's something shining down there through the sewer grate. Hey, you're right. It looks like something must have fallen through. The sewers? Don't tell me you've forgotten about the sewers already. You know, that smelly monster-infested place we were in not too long ago? Oh, right, those sewers. We went there during our practical training, right? The entrance to the sewers should be behind the chapel. If you're so interested in what's down there, then how about we check it out a little later? Sure, let's do that. I wonder what's down there. Alright. So, just basically what it is. So, we need to actually go down to the sewers in order to get it for him. Well, we've been here a couple of times. Yeah, we don't need to defeat all the monsters. Just enough to get to where we need to be. And I'm gonna assume it's gonna be near the end of it. But we gotta keep our eyes peeled for anything shiny. There's definitely something shiny over there. Alright. As you probably already saw in the last fight, the hit rate on these enemies is indefinitely a lot harder than any other enemy. But overall, I do tend to hit them quite often. And seeing as a critical, by the way, is always a guaranteed hit on these enemies. So that's the main reason why I usually just try to hit them with my weapon instead of using arts. Really? A critical that misses? That's the first? Doesn't matter. I'm very persistent. Yeah, there it is.
Alright, we're good to go.
Look, at the moment that we are going as enemies with this high evade, and they are really strong, yes, I do find reason to use arts in that case. But seeing as the damage that these ones are doing is not that great, and there is an automatic heal spot right at the beginning of this section, we can take the chance. Found Quartz Fragment. Ah, I see now. The thing we saw shining through the sewer grate was this. Seems like it. A Quartz Fragment, huh? Now we know why it was shining so much. The way it sparkled is so beautiful. This is made of septium too, right? Loosely speaking, yes. But let's talk about it later. This isn't really the place to have a leisurely chat. I guess you're right. No normal person would want to stay here any longer than they had to. Is he saying that because I grinded here? Is he calling me not a sane person? I'm not saying she's wrong, but still, rude. Alright, let's deliver the rock to Charles. Hey, is that rock? Could it be that this is the rock you've been looking for? Hand it over, Quartz Fragment. Yep, that's my shiny rock. Why is it all dirty like this? Hey, don't you have something else to say before you complain? You guys are bracers, right? I've already paid your money to the guild, therefore I think I have the right to complain. That's not the problem here. Calm down, Estelle, he's just a kid. I know that, but... This quartz is what you were looking for, right? Yeah, that's the one. This rock is really quartz? You mean the same kind of quartz that is in an orbment? Yep, it's the same kind of quartz made of sapphire. It's chipped so it doesn't function anymore. Ah, I see. So this rock belongs to an orbment. What's wrong? You seem a bit out of it. Who, me? Oh, it's nothing. I'm glad you found it. I guess that's about it then. Oh, that reminds me. I almost forgot. Here, take these. Received drill meatball. My mom gives these to me and tells me they're healthy, but they're kind of bitter, so I can't stand them. Anyway, I appreciate what you did for me today. Ah, that's nice. Ah, seriously, what a cheeky little kid. I'm sure it's a difficult age for him, but I wonder why he was searching for that quartz. What do you mean? Now that you mention it, it does seem a little strange. But oh well, everyone has something they think is important. Truer words couldn't be spoken. Perhaps that kid has an interest in orbments. I, for one, don't see what's so interesting about those overly complex gadgets. My brain goes numb just thinking about them. Except for the fact that you'll have to get used to them sooner or later. You won't be able to fulfill your job as a brazier if you can't use one. Yeah, alright. I'll try to learn. Yes, quest completed. Yeah, and... yes, maybe he wants to work with orbments minutes later. It could also mean that that quartz maybe is his pet rock? Could be. I don't think that's too weird of an assumption. Okay, so we got one extra job done. I will probably leave the monster extermination till next time. Because with the long term, it should still be there. Report. And we got 2 BP and 30 mirror. Yes. Good work. It seems like you completed your objective without any trouble. If you finish any other job, please come back and report to me. We will. Oh, having said that, it's still on long and the shiny rock is now reported. Alright. Alright, to the farm we go. This is the... yeah, I think it is. And this is also the same road where that certain enemy is. And the main reason why I want to leave it till later is until then I can just fight a few more monsters, gain a little bit extra strength, maybe buy those shoes, and therefore be totally prepared when we come across some of them. I still want to have a little look-see around though, to see what kind of enemies are here, and maybe there are some treasures around. And like I said in an earlier episode, I do like to grind little bits between the episodes. And for myself, I have said that I will only grind in places that I've already been to in my Let's Plays. So now that we've been on this road, I can also grind on this road. That's the reason why before I only grinded in the sewers, because that was the only place we've been before. And I think that's a really nice way of doing it. Therefore, I can't accidentally trigger a scene or something like that. Ooh, that's a plant. Yes, preemptive plant attack. Oh, we had such a hard time last time when we went to the tower to get those plants to be preemptively. Yes, kill the feline. Oh, come on. Don't waste the preemptive. Kill that one. Less on the field, that is better. Yeah, and I'm still in the process of thinking about when to use our S-craft. Because it's definitely useful and it does a lot of damage. And on one side I want to use it to get quicker through the fights, meaning that we can keep on charging them. But on the other hand, it's really nice to have at least one S-craft at the ready if we ever are in trouble and needed some rescuing ourselves. They do have a very miserable day today. I think I'm gonna use a craft. With plenty of points. As long as we're still over 100, we can spend it and still be able to use an S-craft. Oh, we're so close to level up. Let's find one more before we go. You know what? We still have plenty above 100. Use again. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be a move that I'm really gonna get used to really quickly.
Alright, we're good to go.
Beautiful. Alright. I wonder if you stay on the road, if you are safe. Perzel farm. Alright, we're already here. Okay, we're gonna do the farm. Hey! Don't start attacking me out of nowhere. Scared the living daylights out of me. No, that's too far away. Okay. I wonder how much different the main bracer quests are gonna be. Because right now we're being sent, according to the story, to Perzel Farm. But we also have like additional side quests, like additional bracer quests on the board. Will this one be more involved, or almost just like the one we just did with the shiny rock, like 1, 2 and done? I'm hoping it's gonna be a little bit more complex than that. Because the more complex it is, the more chances there are for us to get some extra bonus points on top of it. And I'm gonna go to the top of the ranking as fast as possible, so we can call ourselves actual bracers, not the junior kind. And besides, we're the children of Cassius Bright. We have a reputation to uphold. No matter when we come here, this place is always so tranquil. It's hard to imagine monsters running amok here. I certainly don't sense anything out of the ordinary either. Anyway, let's go ask someone here to fill us in on the details. I wonder if Theo is at home today. Oh, I can't read the signs. These are apples. I have no idea. Tomatoes. Salad. Lettuce, probably. Oranges. Small pumpkins. Ah, eggplants. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. That's what it is. Ooh, greenhouses. To give some extra care to the plants before they head out. Hey, it's Joshua. Did you come to play with me? Oh, I wish I had the time, but I'm afraid today I'm here for work. Work? Ah, that's no fun if we can't play. Maybe later if there's time. The kids here really like you, Joshua. Oh, Joshua, Estelle. Hi, Cher. How have you been? Do you know where your mom and dad are? They're not home right now. Theo's outside if you want to talk to her, though. Oh, we definitely will. She might know what's going on with the quest, and she can help us along our way. Let's have a little look around the house. Ooh, study beds. And I've said it before, but I love the way how this game looks. Every room is unique, yes. Certain assets look the same, but every one of them has like a real personal touch to it. Like the little teddy bear on top of the bunk bed. I like that. I really do. And the living room with a deer on the wall. Yeah, it does seem like the parents really aren't at home. Ooh, storage. And so far we haven't been able to find anything anywhere when clicking on them. Other than chest, of course. So I'm guessing there's another thing in Trails. Yes, cow. Oh, hi Theo. It's been a while, hasn't it? Estelle? And Joshua too? Did you guys come here for a visit? Not exactly. We're here on bracer business. We heard that you've been having some trouble with monsters. Estelle and Joshua explained that they are here to do their father's work because he's away. You finished all your training? Oh, that's wonderful news. Maybe you can help after all. So there really are monsters giving you trouble, huh? Regrettably, that's been the case the past several days now, thanks to which I'm suffering from a lack of sleep. Which means the monsters only come out at night? You're very perceptive, Joshua. It'll be better if you got all the details from my father, though. I imagine he should be back from delivering the milk and the vegetables anytime soon now. Okay, so I'm guessing that having talked to her, we progress the story a little bit. And he's probably at the house somewhere. And he is. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Perzel. How's everyone getting on these days? Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. What brings you here to the neck of the woods? Did you come to see Theo? Well, we're actually just chatting with her outside. To tell you the truth, we're here on an errand today for the Bracer Guild. Estelle hands Mr. Perzel the guild referral, and Joshua explains that they are taking over for their father while he's away. Is that so? But don't you think this job is a little dangerous for just the two of you to handle? I agree. I'd feel terrible if one of you were to get hurt. Don't sweat it. We're bracers after all. And taking care of monsters is right up our alley. The guild has even authorized us to carry out this task. If you wouldn't mind leaving it to us, we'd be more than grateful. Well, alright then. Go ahead and have at it. Thank you very much, Mr. Perzel. Then, could you tell us a little more about the monsters that have been wrecking your fields? I haven't been able to get a clear look at one yet, but they seem to be resembling something like a chubby cat. As far as I can tell, 3 or 4 appear at night and raid our fields, gnawing on anything they can get their grubby little paws on. They don't seem threatening exactly, but they're quite nimble. We've tried many times to capture them over the course of last several nights, but to no avail. Sounds like a pretty strange bunch of creatures if you ask me. Since they only appear under the cover of night, we'll have to wait for it to get dark. Then how about taking a load off until then? I assume you'll also be joining us for dinner, right? You said the magic word. You bet I will. I'm a huge fan of your cooking, Mr. Perzel. I can't wait. You sure know how to please a woman who spent a lot of time toiling in the kitchen. And for that, I'll whip you up something special that'll live up to your expectations. Oh, that's nice. Spending some time with an old friend's family. And of course that friend as well, because Theo is probably still there with dinner. So we got a night hunt to undergo. That was delicious. Your mom's cooking is as good as ever, Theo. Yeah, that's because she gets excited to cook whenever we have guests over for meals. I feel really bad for Joshua though, with the little one jumping all over him like that. It's probably a good thing. Surprisingly enough, kids tend to latch on to him a lot. If anything, I'm more blown away by the fact that the children enjoy playing with such a stick in the mud. I think that's a bit of an over-exaggeration, don't you? He's definitely courteous and maybe even a tad reserved, but if you get to know him, he's really a caring young man. The fact that he's not self-conscious about it, too, gives him points in my book. You really think so? Think about it. With those striking facial features, mysterious amber eyes, and lush black hair, it's only natural that he'd be a target for all the young girls. And I'm thinking Theo is also one of those girls. Is Joshua really that popular? Are you blind, Estelle? Rumor has it that more than just a few girls have asked to go out with him. I hear that he turned them all down though. I had no idea. Joshua never said a word to me about it. I don't know how I should even begin to describe his secretive nature after hearing this, but how utterly cruel of him to not confide in me. If you were a boy, I imagine it would be a different story, but as a girl, I don't think that's something he would talk to you about. And the fact that you haven't fallen for him yourself is beyond me. Why would I? Well, maybe because Estelle sees him as a brother. Could be right, because technically for her, he is for the last few years. Estelle, you're in there, aren't you? It's about time to do our rounds. Alright, I'm coming. I'll be back after Joshua and I get the job done, Theo. I'd like to continue this conversation, Jen, okay? Oh, alright. Be careful out there, Estelle. That girl. She's either completely out of touch with matters of the heart, or just plain dense. Poor Joshua. He really has his work cut out for him. Ah, so she's implying that Joshua already has feelings for Estelle. It would explain why he turns down everyone that wants to date him. Because he's reserving himself for Estelle. That would be cute. Hopefully Estelle will warm up to him eventually. It seems as though the monsters always show up at this time. We better go outside and take a look around. Hey, what's going on, Estelle? I've got to ask, Joshua. You don't happen to have any secrets you're not telling me about, do you? Ah, come on now. Why are you coming up with this stuff? Since you came to live with us, we've always done everything together, right? Even though we've had our share of fights, they're all good memories for me now, and what I mean to say is, I've come to think of you as family in every sense of the word. Damn. If it is true, and Joshua is, in fact, having a crush on Estelle, you just put him straight in the middle of the, friend zone, yeah. Poor Joshua. Estelle, so if there's anything on your mind you'd like to talk about, I'm available to lend an ear. You know, about things like trouble with your love life and whatnot. What are you trying to say? Oh, nothing. I just want to let you know that I'm here to listen if you need someone to talk to, that's all. So let's hurry out there and go kick some monster butt. What kind of nonsense is Theo putting in that girl's head? Secrets, huh? Wow, it's really dark out here in the countryside. So Joshua, how do you think we should go about making the rounds? Let's see, how about we start checking around the house first and then move on to the field, stable and greenhouse. We should be able to cover the entire farm by doing it this way. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go around it. It's probably going to be at the last place we're going to look, but let's stick to the plan. Something here? No monsters here. Alright, let's keep moving. Ah, confirmation of no monsters. Yeah, that's important too. Let's go looking around them. Still seeing nothing out of the ordinary. I should have figured monsters wouldn't bother coming in here. The glow of the orbments sure did give this place a romantic ambiance. It makes me feel like it was all worthwhile with just setting foot in here. You're definitely a ditz, Estelle. Hey, at least that's better than being tense like someone I know. Psst, look. Ooh, fluffy. Meow. It's getting away. Hey, get back here, little furball. I can still sense its presence. It's staying put on the farm for the moment. Well, good, because it's about to get caught. Okay, I want to check out some other places. Because they said there was more than one. Maybe it's an entire family of the creature. There, where it's back. Yes, I got him. I think it's time to teach this critter a lesson. Here where our jobs really start, so stay alert and don't let your guard down. Ooh, 3 of them. Alright, staying over the night has recovered Joshua's HP, thankfully. And we're both over 100, so our S-craft is ready. So I'm guessing we first want to see what these creatures can actually do. So I'm gonna start over with a dual strike. Preparing to use arts. And that one's too far away. So I'm thinking... let's attack this one. And then use our S-craft to maybe cancel this art. If it's possible, of course. Holy hell. That's really powerful. Almost powerful enough to take him down in just one hit. Okay, 50 damage. We can handle that. He's playing that. Aw. I still know you're there, so don't worry about it. You're still going down. Okay, I'm gonna go for the one that is the furthest away. Because that was never gonna get there. Perfect. Oh, it's bunching too. Okay, now I don't know for sure if Estelle can handle him by herself. It's probably gonna be a little bit short. Yeah. Ooh, eye poke. Oh, that's definitely gonna blind me, isn't it? Still over 100. Yeah, and let's finish it off.
Let's do this! That's that then. Let's move
Easy
out.
peasy. Dirty carrot. Meow. Mew. My goodness, the work of a brazier is something else. You kids have done a fine job of rounding up these creatures. It was nothing, really. I want to ask you though, now that they're caught, what do you plan on doing with them? Do we really have to exterminate them? And I don't think they'll cause any more trouble. Slightly torn on this. Because on one side, if we exterminate them, we know for certain that they're not going to give any more trouble to the farm. But on the other hand, look at how cute these creatures are. And they seem to be a family, so maybe they're just having trouble getting around. And that's why they're stealing food from the farm. I think I'm gonna go with the first one. Now that we've given these creatures a good thrashing, I don't think they'll cause you any more trouble. Estelle, how's that going to benefit anyone if we show these creatures any mercy now? We're here to do a job by exterminating the monsters, remember? But in any case, we're here to do a job in Dad's place. If the same thing happens again, what will you have to say for yourself? I see what you're getting at, but... you know, it was only some vegetables that were damaged, so... what do you think about letting it slide this time? You know, after taking a beating like that, I'm sure they've learned a lesson. Theo, Mrs. Perzel. But in this case, I strongly suggest otherwise. I myself am against killing them too. Whether it is us or them, the fact of the matter is, we're all living beings trying to survive on the same land. To some degree, I think we need to be mindful of those creatures living around us as we go about our daily lives. I know you may disagree with me, Joshua, but would you mind sparing these critters just this once? Understood. Since it is coming from the ones who suffered the actual loss, I won't object to your request. I'm really sorry about this, Joshua. I know I had you to come all over here for this. I'll make sure to reinforce the fence and devise a way to prevent this from happening again. Then that's that. Alright, you critters, you better count your blessings. Here we catch you around here again? You won't be so lucky. Now scram. Yeah. Well, I'll consider this matter closed. Tonight has been a long night, so how about we head back to the house and hit the sack? The two of you are more than welcome to spend the night. Sounds good to me. I appreciate your hospitality. Yeah, I'm still standing behind my choice, to be honest. I know Joshua at some point is right. By letting them live, there's always a chance they come back. And in technically speaking, we would have failed our job because the threat is not removed. But I like the reaction the farmers gave. Like, we need to live with the creatures around us and know their place as well as ours. And that's a really good thought to have, so I'm sticking to my guns. I'm guessing when we report this, we'll see if I was right or not. If I was wrong, I get minus points. If I was right, I get plus points. Or if it's somewhere in the middle, just the plain old reward. I'm curious to see what it's gonna be. Man, I'm beat. It's really late, so how about we hit the sack? Joshua? What's wrong? I'm sorry. I made the situation really awkward for everyone. Are you talking about what happened back outside? Don't sweat it. I guarantee you nobody thought anything of it. Really, your judgment was the most sound of anyone's. No, it wasn't. I'm just cold-hearted and indifferent is all. Even now, I still think we shouldn't have shown any mercy and simply put those creatures out of their misery. Unlike you and Theo, I don't feel any compassion. It's a time like this that I really begin to loathe myself. It's almost as if there was something wrong with me as a person. Maybe some part of my heart is broken or something. Joshua, don't you dare say things like that about yourself. Estelle? I watched almost everything you've done for the past 5 years, and I'm confident in saying that I know your strength and weaknesses better than anyone else. Probably even more than you yourself. I won't allow you to disregard everything with a bunch of nonsense. I don't ever want to hear you say you're broken again. I'm sorry, it was foolish of me to say that. As long as you understand what I said, that's all that really matters. But you know what? Believe it or not, I was happy to hear you admit how you felt. Why? Well, your real problem, Joshua, is that you always try to keep your feelings locked up inside. Whenever you're troubled or worried, you just go around with this nonchalant look and try to fix everything by yourself. That's a little upsetting for someone who's supposed to be your family. Estelle, Joshua, you were able to lay bare your own weaknesses today. You learned to trust in someone other than yourself. And for that, I'm happy. I don't know what your point is, but I'm amazed that you can stand there and say something as embarrassing as that. I've got a whole lot of more where that came from. But how about we call it a night? After all this endless running around, I'm ready to drop. Alright then, have a good night, Estelle. And thanks. You're welcome, Joshua. Sleep tight. It's actually a really nice thing she did there. He was having some confidence issues. In turn, she tried to build him up again so he could take it. It's really nice. Thank you both. You did us a great service. Once again, I apologize for things not turning out the way they should have. Oh, please don't worry about it anymore. We were able to learn a lot from this experience ourselves. If there's anything else we can help you with in the future, please let the Bracer Guild know. Oh, that will be definitely the first place we contact. Come and visit us again sometime when you're free, okay? We'd love to have you over for the night again, when things are convenient for you. I'll treat you to some of my best cooking next time you come. Thanks for the invitation, Theo and Mrs. Perzel. Oh, we'll definitely be back to take you up on that, when our workloads settle down. Ooh, we do have to remember that. Because I'm never shy free meal. Alright, how about we head back to the guild? After we report this one, we can start on the next. Sounds like a plan. Oh, on to the next one. Alright, let's go back to the guild. Ah! God damn it, it's the same one that last time scared the living daylights out of me. Well, I'm just lucky that this isn't a surprise attack. Well, technically not a surprise attack, an ambush, because I was very surprised when they attacked us. I wonder if we had like a couple of levels more and we bought the shoes that we are still missing and a few of the accessories, if these enemies will become a lot easier to take care of. Probably will. Alright, let's take to the road and head back to the city. And like I said, next time we're going to explore this entire road in search of that monster we need to exterminate. Even if we do get our next quest job. And I also want to check the board to see what's happening to the term. Because that's also one of the other reasons I left it. Because if we now see that the term has changed from long to short, then we have a little bit of an indication how long we have on certain jobs when we do them. Good morning. How did the job at the farm go? We hit a few bumps in the road, but let me give you a brief report of the details. Joshua gives Aina a rundown of last night's event at the farm. Ooh, we got plus points, so I made the right choice. Good. Rank advancements to Junior Bracer 8th class. Received information quartz as a perk. Nice. I see. So you ended up setting the monsters free because the Perzel families requested you to do so. I think it was premature on their part, but I won't pursue the matter any further. Is it okay to leave things like that? The mission of a bracer is to protect civilians and uphold justice. However, there are many ways we can protect those around us, and there are as many forms of justice as there are stars in heaven. As a bracer, it's your job to be able to discern these things. Indeed, our work has very profound implications if you think about it in that way. That's because we aren't an organization that deals strictly with monster problems. We also intervene when disputes arise between nations. To become a high-ranking bracer, one must have more than just combat strength. A well-owned mind and flexible problem-solving skills are also required. A sharp mind and problem-solving ability, huh? Seriously? The road to the big leagues sounds a lot steeper than I originally thought. Well, when your only choice is to devote yourself to working hard every day. And since you're both here, why don't I give you the details of the next job? Those are words I've been waiting to hear. I'm ready for anything, whatever you got lined up for us this time. Another monster that needs a good whipping? Not this time. This job will entail the transportation of goods. And get this, your client is none other than Major Claus himself. Really? A request from the mayor? Do you think it's alright leaving such an important task up to us? From what I've heard, it's a pretty simple job. In any case, I'd like you to speak with the mayor directly about the job details. Alright. Okay, let's check the board. And now you can see it switched from long to medium. So we can probably do it after the mayor's quest and still be able to do it, but it will probably be on short then. We're not going to do that. We're going to do it before the mayor, but now at least we know timescales. And we got 4 new quests as well. So a quick rundown of them. Orvitco. I'm looking for a rare mushroom that grows only where there are rich deposits of septians in the ground. Should be easy. Okay, so it does sound that this will probably be around the mines, because that's where a septium is found. He'll be waiting at the landing port, okay. Freddy, I'm looking for someone to replace the malfunctioning orbment light on the road on Milch Main Road. For details, go to the factory. Alright. Which is short, so we definitely need to do that before the mayor. Far Divine, I'm searching for a flower known as a bear claw and a savory pinion, which we just got from a fight with the red monster, so one part's already done. The former is native to the forest of Mistwald south of Roland, and the latter comes from insect-like monsters. Anyone who finds these items, please come to me at the Roland Chapel. Alright, so we have to go south to find some bear claw enemies. The soldiers stationed at Verde Bridge are set to undergo special training, and we're looking for a few good men or women to play the part of enemy soldiers. If you're up to the task, contact Chief Warrant Officer Ashton at the Verde checkpoint on the west end of the main road. Alright, so that is continuing on with Mills Road all the way to the end of it, probably. Alright, so what I want to do next time is I want to slash a few of these quests away. Probably the ornament replacement, which is on Mills Road, and the rogue monsters, and maybe the soldier in training. Because they all three are in the same area. That's the Mills Road. This one we need to go to... No, this one we need to go to the... No, this one wasn't right. Yeah. This one we need to go south. It's in a different area, which I definitely want to look around in. And this one is to the north, towards the mine. So these one are definitely two separate ones. And you can also see that they are long term. So they have a little bit more time to them. Okay, so next time we're going to do these three. And look and find the people that provided them to us. But for now, we're going to leave it here. So, for now, I hope you all have a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And I definitely hope to see you next time. And of course, when you're still here, hit that like button and subscribe. And I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.